Hello and welcome to Who Wants to Be an MMA Expert with me, Tom, and today we'll be doing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire challenge, and yeah, I'm pretty excited about this one. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just really concerned about this whole enterprise here.
Yeah, well, I'm here with Alex to begin with, and what we're going to do is we're going to have 3 contestants, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be asking them 10 questions. That's if they can make it to 10 questions. Alex Balian, welcome to Who Wants to Be an MMA Expert. Jason the Heart, welcome to the show. Do you consider yourself an MMA expert?
I'm like the guy at parties that has a little bit of info that's kind of impressive, but not on a world stage. I'm just kind of like, I'm an asshole.
Luke, welcome to Who Wants to Be an MMA Expert.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Been waiting a long time for an opportunity like this, so just want to do myself proud.
Here's how it's going to work. Is questions 1 to 3 will be easy questions. Then 4 to 7 will be medium difficulty, and then all the way from 8 to 10 they'll be pretty hard. So we also have 2 lifelines. You can go for 50-50 or you can phone a friend.
Wait, so I get all 3? I get 50-50?
No. There's no crowd in here. You can't choose. What even is the crowd? Ask the audience. There's no audience here, bro.
Hey!
What's up, fight fans? Tom here, and Raid Shadow Legends is back. So before we find out who the MMA expert is, just like Chandler and McGregor, who are going to be picking their tough team, we too have to choose our champions very wisely. Luckily, there are 4 different champions to choose from. Elhain is a critical hit specialist. She increases her chances of dealing crit to enemies and even deals extra hits if she lands one. If you like dealing huge damage, boy, is she the one for you. Athel can increase her own attack and defense, gain an extra turn, and then hit all the enemies before they get a chance to strike back. She's a great one for the arena if you like PvP. If you like speed, Alex your man. Not only can he place a speed boost on himself, but he can decrease your enemy's defenses, meaning you and your allies can hit like a truck. And last but not least, Kale, my favorite vegetable. He's got poisons along with a super strong AoE attack, and he remains super useful even into the late game. Moving on, we got a bit of news for you. Valentine's Day is coming up, so it's time to raid those dungeons. You can find love deep in any dungeon. Deep right in those dungeons. You got to get deep in a dungeon to find that love. So yeah, get your legends in that dungeon. New players can enjoy a special Valentine's Day themed adventure with the Raid Love Quest. All you need to do is download Raid Shadow Legends from the links below, copy your in-game player ID, and then head to raidlovequest.polarium.com. This LTM kicks off from February 14th to March 14th. Play one of Valentine's themed minigames for a chance to win. Valentine's Day themed raid champions and even Amazon gift vouchers worth up to $1,000. And if you're an existing raid player, there's a small Valentine's gift for you when you head over to raidlovequest.polarium.com. And if you haven't started playing Raid just yet, you can click the link in the description below, or you can use the QR code to scan the boys straight to the dungeons. You'll get a free epic champion Jotun, 100k silver, 50 gems, and 2 epic skill tomes worth $35. More information in the description below, but for now, who is the MMA expert? Here we go. So, question 1 out of your 10 questions, if you make it that far. Who is the current UFC heavyweight champion? A. Francis Ngannou, B. Cyril Gane, C. Tim Sylvia, or D. Stipe Miocic?
Francis Ngannou.
You want to lock that in?
Yes.
You sure?
Yeah, yes.
The answer is Francis Ngannou.
Okay.
Well done. Well done.
Because Cyril's interim champion, so you kind of scared me there for a second.
Question 1. Who is the current UFC middleweight champion? A. Robert Whittaker, B. Israel Adesanya, C. Alex Pereira, or D. Rich Franklin?
Yeah, Alex Burke.
Nice. Yeah, so flew through. So no messing around there. Luke Taylor, question 1. Who is the current UFC welterweight champion? Is it A. Jorge Masvidal? Is it B. George St. Pierre? Is it C. Leon Edwards? Or is it D. Kamaru Usman?
C. Leon Edwards.
You sure?
I'm quite sure.
The boy's right. C. Leon Edwards. Just easy.
Nice.
Easy.
I'm glad I can do one.
Your second question, Alex Balian, is who beat Charles Oliveira to become UFC lightweight champion? A. Tony Ferguson. B. Islam Makhachev. C. Justin Gaethje. Or D. Conor McGregor?
I believe it's B.
Sure?
Thomas. Yeah.
He's correct.
These questions are easy, so if I did get them wrong, I should probably get fired.
Question 2. Who beat Usman to become the UFC welterweight champion? Is it A, Leon Edwards? Is it B, Johnny Hendricks? Is it C, Colby Covington? Or is it D, Conor McGregor?
It's definitely a Leon Edwards.
100% sure.
100% sure.
You want to
Leon.
lock that in?
Yeah. Let's
Lock it in.
hit the button right here.
The answer is A, Leon Edwards.
So close.
Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Flying through. Question 2. Who beat Max Holloway to become the UFC featherweight champion? Is it A, Jose Aldo? Is it B, Alexander Volkanovski? Is it C, Brian Ortega? Or is it D, Conor McGregor?
B, Alexander Volkanovski.
You've answered B, Alexander Volkanovski. That is the correct answer. You ready for question 3?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Question 3. Who was the first UFC light heavyweight champion? A, Tito Ortiz. B, Frank Shamrock. C, Randy Couture. Or D, Chuck Liddell?
Frank Shamrock.
Sure?
Yeah.
It is Frank Shamrock, yes. Well done. Moving on to question 3. Who was the first UFC featherweight champion? Is it A, Kenny Florian, B, Frankie Edgar, C, Jose Aldo, or D, Dominic Cruz?
Jose.
Can we lock that in?
Let's lock it. Throw away the key.
C, Jose Aldo. Too easy. Way too easy for the man. Question 3. Luke Taylor. Who was the first UFC flyweight champion? Was it A, John Dodson? Was it B, Demetrius Johnson? Was it C, Henry Cejudo? Or was it D, Dominic Cruz?
Fuck, we'll just go DJ. We'll do it.
Do you want to lock that in?
I'm gonna lock that in.
You've answered B, Demetrius Johnson.
Yeah.
And the answer to this question is B, Demetrius Johnson.
Fuck for that.
I'm through. Question 4. Who won the UFC featherweight title after Conor McGregor vacated? Is it A, Max Holloway? Is it B, Jose Aldo? Is it C, Alexander Volkanovski? Or is it D, Chad Mendes?
Oh, it's really finangly there about whether or not Jose had it when he fought Max, and then Max took it straight back off him, because it was like his second time. I'm gonna say Jose Aldo.
Sure?
Yeah.
100%?
Yeah. Why are you looking at me like that?
Lock that in? Locking it in?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. He had a second title reign, which was just incredibly short-lived.
Well, Alex Bailey, I have to tell you, you are correct.
Yeah.
It is Jose. It is Jose Aldo, yeah.
People at home, you got scared by that one, but you got to know your shit, okay?
Question 4. Who won the UFC bantamweight title after TJ Dillashaw vacated? A, Dominic Cruz. B, Henry Cejudo. C, Piotr Jan. Or D, Jose Aldo?
Henry Cejudo. I was there. That was in Chicago. He beat Moraes.
And you can't mess with that. That is the correct answer. There you go. Luke, your question 4. Who won the UFC welterweight title after GSP vacated? A, is it Carlos Condit? Is it B, Robbie Lawler? Is it C, Johnny Hendricks? Or is it D, Tyron Woodley?
With Condit, when he fought GSP, he was the interim because GSP got injured and then had to come. There was a whole rigmarole, came back. Yep, and then I think in line it was Hendricks, then Robbie beat Hendricks, and then Tyrone beat Robbie.
Sound pretty
So
confident.
I'm gonna say Hendricks.
Okay. The answer is C, Johnny Hendricks. Nice. Question 5. You ready for question 5? Slightly more difficult now.
Okay.
How many title defenses does Anderson Silva have? Is it A, 8? Is it B, 9? Is it C, 10? Or is it D, 11?
Oh my God. I feel like 11 is the lucky number. Okay, I'm going to phone Jason and try and keep it together.
Okay.
Hello? Jason, I'm on who... Jason, hang on, I've only got limited time, okay? I'm on Who Wants to Be an MMA Millionaire, and I've chosen you to be my phone a friend, all right?
Hi, Jason. Well, welcome to the show, my friend. So Alex has made it to question 5 out of the 10, and he's choosing to use his first lifeline here, and he's choosing to go for phone a friend. So he has, of course, phoned his boss, which makes it
The only man that knows more than me. I'm joking.
The question that Alex seems to be having a bit of trouble with is, how many title defenses does Anderson Silva have? Is it A, 8? Is it B, 9? Is it C, 10? Or is it D, 11?
13. I knew that number mattered, but yeah, I'm going to go with 11
Okay,
personally.
I'm going to trust you. And if this is a ploy to ruin my chances of winning $1 million MMA dollars, then don't call me when you need photo friends. But okay, we're going to go D11.
You've just used the lifeline there, and your answer is...
11.
And you'd like to lock that in?
Yeah.
The answer is C, 10.
We're both wrong.
Well, thank you very much for coming in.
I think that's rigged.
Thank you very much for
I want to
coming.
recount.
Congratulations for
If
making
I'd have
it
done
special fight.
50-50, would you have taken away the number 11?
Yes, I would have done. Yeah, I would have done.
Yeah, because you want me to go through the quiz.
I did, yeah. I did want you to get through.
Well, I would like
But
to
it's
use
a
my
hard one.
50-50 now.
Well, you can't. That's you.
Thank you for having me, everybody.
No, thank you for coming in.
Appreciate it.
Let's go to question 5, where Alex Balian sadly bowed out.
Never phone your competitors. Why would you phone your competitor?
Your question here is, how many title defenses does Jose Aldo have? Ooh. Is it A, 6? Is it B, 7? Is it C, 8? Or is it D, 9?
So Hominick was not a defense. That was his win. Who did he fight directly after that, though? Did he go right to Kenny Florian?
It's a good question.
Oh, dude, this is actually really hard. Yeah, it's a bit early. It's going to get a lot harder, but let's just go ahead and do the 50-50.
50-50.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know how much that's going to help.
You have eliminated A, 6 and D, 9, which keeps you with B, 7 or C, 8.
Okay. I thought you were going to, because, you know, it's randomized. It's a computer doing this right now. I could have just been left with 6 and 7. So who knows? Maybe this means I bow out and I'm horribly wrong.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's 7.
You're going with B, 7.
7 title defense.
The answer is B7. Hey! He's done it. He's done it.
Well, you know, to credit, Balian, I think he's used this wording in the past. Yeah. I'm the next Paul Rosas Jr.
Question 5, getting a little bit more difficult now. How many title defenses does Demetrius Johnson have? Is it A, 8? Is it B, 9? Is it C, 10? Or is it D, 11? So you're phoning a friend. Okay. The question is, will it pick up?
Hello?
You right, Luke?
Yeah, sorry, Tom. I'm just doing a quiz at work.
Yeah.
Do you know how many title defenses DJ had?
DJ, Demetrius Johnson.
That's the one.
Well, I'm looking at the answer right now, and it's D11.
All right, should we go with that then?
I think we should go for that.
Right, let's go with that. D11.
Okay.
All right, cheers. Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh, wait, sorry, we still good for later?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, right, cool.
Love you.
Sorry, that's just my friend there.
Yeah.
He suggested option D, 11 defenses.
Interesting. Okay.
I'd like to go with that, please.
Well then, how many title defenses does Demetrius Johnson have? Is it A8? Is it B9? Is it C10? Or is it D11?
Yeah.
Put a lot of faith in your friend Tom.
Yeah.
The answer is it's D11. Hey. Moving on to question 6. Who was the first UFC heavyweight interim champion? Interim champion. Is it A, Rico Rodriguez? Is it B, Tim Sylvia? Is it C, Andrei Arlovsky? Or is it D, Frank Mir?
Definitely leaning towards Andrei Arlovsky. I feel like Rico Rodriguez, he beat Randy Couture for the undisputed title because Josh Barnett tested positive for steroids. And I don't feel that was the interim. And I feel like it was Tim Sylvia when he tested positive for steroids. The UFC was like, all right, fuck it, let's set him up with a no-name. So I feel pretty confident about this. I'm putting in a 99%.
99%.
C, Andrei Arlovsky.
Locking in?
Let's lock that in.
Locking in. You've answered C, Andrei Arlovsky. Is he right? Hell yes, he is. It is C. Well done. Well done.
Building these up well. You're getting me every time. The heartbeat's raising. I'm feeling it.
Question 6. Who was the first UFC lightweight interim champion? Ooh. Was it A, Tony Ferguson? Was it B, Kevin Lee? Was it C, Dustin Poirier, or was it D, Justin Gaethje?
Gaethje definitely not, because he fought Ferguson for an interim. Poirier, he fought Max title when Khabib was away again. Fuck it, let's say, yeah, Tony Ferguson. I'm trying to save that lifeline.
You've answered A, Tony Ferguson. The answer is A, Tony Ferguson. There you go, mate.
I'm so smart.
There you go. So question 7. Who did Pat Miletich beat to become the first UFC welterweight champion? A, is it Andre Pederneiras? Is it B, John Alessio? Is it C, Mikey Burnett? Or is it D, George Patino?
Mikey Burnett, 100%.
Well, the answer to that question is spot on. It's C, it's Mikey Burnett. Yeah. So here we go. Here we're really rocking now. Luke, question 7. Who did Dave Monet beat to become the first ever UFC middleweight champion? Was it A, Gil Castillo? Was it B, Murillo Bustamante? Was it C, Ed Herman? Or was it D, Chris Lytle?
My inkling to lock in is Gil Castillo. I thought Bustamante was the first guy to win a belt in that division, but I feel like that was maybe under a different circumstance before they introduced the championship belts. And I think they started the real divisional belts after Bustamante left, and I think it was Gil Castillo, and then Dave Monet beat Gil Castillo for the belt.
This is the first UFC middleweight champion technically in the UFC.
Yeah, I'm going to say Gil Castillo.
You still have 50-50 as well.
Yeah, I know I've got hard questions come up.
You're saying A, Gil Castillo?
Yeah.
Okay. The answer is A, Gil Castillo, so you would be right. Right, we're on question 8. Yeah, so which event did Matt Hughes win his first UFC welterweight title at? Was it A, UFC 26? Was it B, UFC 30? Was it C, UFC 34? Or was it D, UFC 40?
UFC 40 was Ken Shamrock versus Tito Ortiz. I really feel like it wasn't on that, so I mean, I'm just gonna have to go with 34.
Okay, 100% sure?
I feel pretty sure, yeah.
Jason has answered C, UFC 34, and the answer to this question is C, UFC 34.
Got lucky.
Man.
There was one island there I could reach out to.
Question 8, Luke Taylor. Which event did John Jones win his first UFC light heavyweight title at? Now your choices are A, UFC 128, B, UFC 135, C, UFC 140, D, UFC 142. So they're all fairly close together as well.
UFC 128.
Very confident in that. Why are you so confident?
It's just something I look up all the time when I'm editing.
The answer you've given us UFC 128, and you were really, really confident about that.
Yeah.
Dramatically confident.
Yeah.
And you should be, because it's UFC 128.
God.
Yeah. Here we go, yeah. So here we go. Question 9. Which title fight headlined the first UFC Mississippi pay-per-view in 1997? Shamrock,
Those fights were in the South.
Zinoviev, Smith, Abbott, Coleman, Severin, Miletich, Burnett.
I'm gonna go with Coleman, Severin. I believe they went from Niagara Falls to Mississippi. Wait, no, that was Dothan, Alabama. That was Dothan, Alabama, people, because that's the one that Joe Rogan flew out to. That ain't it. We've eliminated 2 here. Okay. So it's down to Frank Shamrock versus Igor Zinoyev, and it was Pat Miletich and Maurice Smith. I think I've effectively eliminated everything else. Frank Shamrock versus Igor Zinoyev isn't necessarily making me think that, but for some reason I was tying it to a number. Pat Smith versus that asshole Tank Abbott.
Pat Smith, eh?
I say Pat Smith, Maurice Smith.
Yeah.
Pat Smith does UFC 1. Totally different dude.
So you're going for B, Maurice Smith versus
Yeah.
Tank Abbott. To give the answer B, Maurice Smith versus Tank Abbott, and to get it right, which you've done.
Oh!
Absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Question 9. Which title fight headlined the first UFC UK pay-per-view in 2002? Is it A, Josh Barnett versus Randy Couture? Is it B, Tito Ortiz versus Evan Tanner? Is it C, Matt Hughes versus Carlos Newton, or is it D, Murillo Bustamante versus Matt Lindland?
I'm quite confident, but I'm going to use 50-50 anyway.
You remain with A, Josh Barnett versus Randy Couture, and C, Matt Hughes versus Carlos Newton.
Please, Tom, can I lock in Matt Hughes, Carlos Newton?
You'd be right in saying that is Matt Hughes versus Carlos Condit. Condit versus Carlos Newton, that would be crazy. So here we go, question 10. How many UFC title fights does Randy Couture have? Is it A, 7? Is it B, 12? Is it C, 16? Or is it D, 19?
Are we counting all organizations, not just UFC?
It is.
Because 19 seems extravagantly high.
You would think so, wouldn't you? It is 16 title fights. So I'm assuming. Shit, I just gave you the answer, didn't I? Fuck! I gotta quickly give you another question then. So, Randy Couture lost his UFC heavyweight title against Josh Barnett, UFC 36. He lost that fight in the second round, but in which minute did he lose that?
Oh, fuck.
Was it the first minute, A, the second minute, B, the third minute, or the fourth minute?
I'm leaning between 2 and 3. Yeah, I'm just going to go with 3.
The answer is Randy Couture lost his UFC heavyweight championship by TKO at UFC 36 in the second round at 4 minutes 35. So it was a late round stoppage, yeah. Congratulations. I still consider you the MMA expert despite not getting that last question.
The MMA semi-expert.
So, question 10, Luke Taylor. To become the MMA expert, no lifelines left. Let's do this. Who was the last man to win 2 UFC tournaments? Was it A, Mark Kerr? Was it B, Don Fry? Was it C, Mark Coleman? Or was it D, Hoist Gracie?
I'm going to say Mark Coleman.
Sure, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've gone for C, Mark Coleman.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is A, Mark Kerr. However, hell of a run. Hell of a run. Congratulations, Luke. What a run.
Thank you, thank you.
That being said, thank you so much for joining us on Who Wants to Be an MMA Expert. I'm Tom, obviously. Luke Taylor, everyone. Jason the Heart, and don't really want to give him any credit, but Alex Balian. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one.